Dear friends, welcome to English Province. Today we will walk with you and feel the atmosphere, the dynamics of life of two English towns, Burton Latimore and Kettering. Let's see how they live here, what they feed, what the history and architecture, where you can spend the night, visit an English family at its birthday celebration, and enjoy local festive dishes. Michael spent his childhood in this town.
Michael, everything is okay? Good.
And his father and older brother are buried in the cemetery here. So we were there, and now we want to go in and have a coffee. People start the morning here slowly, and the nearby cafes were still closed. So, in search of breakfast, we walked around the town, and this was a good opportunity to get to know it better. It turned out that this is a town with ancient history, and it's already more than 1,000 years old. Over the centuries, the town has developed thanks to the mining of iron ore, the shoes industry, and weaving. And today it's known as the location of the factory of popular breakfast cereals, Weetabix, which has become an important source of employment and part of the local history of industrial development. Most of the houses we see on the streets belong to the Victorian period of the 19th century. The red brick, compact shapes, arched windows, small decorative elements. It's these houses that form the main character of the town and create a feeling of stability and comfort. The architectural and spiritual center of the town is St. Mary's the Virgin Church. Its foundation dates back to the Norman period of the 12th century, as evident from the thick stone walls and simple forms. In the later centuries, the church was rebuilt, adding Gothic elements, tailor windows, vertical accents, and a tower. It's a typical English parish church, which has changed with the town and still remains an important part of town life. The central street, with shops, cafes, and services, maintains the format of the small town, where everything is within walking distance. There are no large shopping malls or aggressive modern architecture. New buildings are adjusted to the general character. You can see offers in the windows of real estate agencies. Houses in this town have an average cost of 200 to 300,000 pounds. In England, jacket potatoes are very popular here. We call this food potatoes in uniform in Ukraine. In the middle, I have filling prawns with mayonnaise sauce. I also tried with cheese, canned tuna. It's also very tasty. Milk has simple meal, a cheese sandwich and coffee. So how much all this costs we will tell you when we'll get the bill. The price of breakfast for two was 16 pounds. My portion was very generous, and I like it the large amount of shrimps. The weather is sunny. We decided to take a walk, and Michael wants to show me the street of his childhood, where he grew up. So here is the street where Michael lived as a little boy with his parents, sister and two brothers. I remember my childhood in eastern Ukraine in the village of Pidhorivka. Well, it's a very nice and cozy street. Michael says that a lot has changed.
Nice, Michael, добре.
Добре. Long time ago.
Long time ago, yes, understand. Can you imagine that you are an adult and you are walking and met you, little boy, here? What you will say to little Michael?
Behave.
Behave? Behave?
Be a good boy.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be noted that this walk takes place in winter, in December. Sunny, the temperature is 5-7 degrees above zero, and winter in England is much milder than in Ukraine. It's always green here, often sunny, there is rain, rarely snow. It feels like 3 months of Ukrainian March. According to my feelings, life in this town is very measured, calm. People live in harmony and prosperity. Around them, the architectural beauty is like an open-air museum. And for English, this is more than norm, even for small towns, than something extraordinary. We are already going to the parking lot and are now heading to the next town. Come with us. Michael, thank you for the great tour. I really enjoyed it. The town where I grew up is very cool. You are very lucky.
Добре. Дуже добре. Так, ви що, поїхали?
So let's go to Kettering, where Michael's mother and relatives live, and we'll celebrate his older sister's birthday there.
Тож ми в місті Кеттерінг.
So we arrived and are in the center of the town, near the Christmas tree.
Ближче.
Now we will come closer and see what is interesting here.
Знаю, що місто
I know
Кеттерінг
that
дуже
Kettering has a
старовинне.
long and interesting history.
Є цікаво.
And indeed, the town turned out to be very pleasant, cozy and historically interesting. But not because of the palaces or kings, but because of the history that has been lying underground for almost 1,500 years. One of the largest Roman treasures in Britain was found near Kettering. More than 1,500 silver and gold coins from the 4th century. This means that people lived here during the Roman Empire, long before England appeared in our understanding. According to one version, this treasure belonged to a wealthy family or a merchant who hid it during wars and unrest and never returned for it. Here is a story. By the way, in England, anyone can search for treasure and it's absolutely legal, if you have the permission of the landowner. People with metal detectors find coins, jewelry, things that are hundreds and thousands of years old. But there is a rule. If the find is older than 300 years and made of silver or gold, it must be officially declared. The museum has the right to buy it, and the state pays the full market value. The money is divided fairly, half to the finder, half to the landowner. This way, history does not disappear in private collections. It becomes a property to everyone. Well, it quickly became evening, and we arrived at the hotel, where we will now be staying for 2 nights. So here is our room. The hotel is not very expensive, £69 per day with breakfast for two. It looks very decent to me. I thought it will be more modest. The hotel has a restaurant and you can order to your room. There is also a grocery store nearby. But this time we chose delivery from an Asian restaurant. The portions were very generous and so tasty. It cost £21 per person. My menu included this Asian soup with lots of noodles, prawns, boiled egg, and other ingredients. And portions of hot rolls with eel. I like it so much. Michael is making toast for us.
Все добре, Майкл?
This is a breakfast at the hotel, which made us happy. There was a lot to test. And we planned to test different dishes all day long. Because we are going to a birthday party soon. We came a little later for breakfast, but there was enough food for everyone. There is a choice croissant, yogurt, fruits, toast, butter and jam. And there is also something more nutritious for those who like meat. Friends, so we are near an English pub. This is where the English like to have family gathering. Today there will be a lot of people at our table, a big family. And in general, such pubs are quite crowded even on weekdays. Anyone who watched my episode about the city of Peterborough has already seen how difficult it's to find a ever small place.
Tell me please, what is it?
This is beef, roast beef,
Roast beef
and Yorkshire pudding.
and Yorkshire pudding.
English families are strong and friendly. Like us Ukrainians, they love to feast on grilled meat, sausages and vegetables. There is a lot of beer on the table and at the end of the evening dessert. Everything is like ours, but there is something that is really different. Despite the fact that it is an anniversary, the English do not say toast, wishes, or warm words to the birthday girl during the entire dinner. Here there is no such thing. Everyone congratulates in the beginning of the dinner, and that's it. I think this is because the English are very modest about themselves and categorically don't want to be guests and have extra attention to themselves. I wanted to say at least one not very long toast, And then I decided not to destroy the traditions that have been formed for centuries. There are things. And so we celebrated in glory and did not leave table, but throw it out. Thank you all. See you again.
One more beer! Дякую.
Thank you for traveling with us. Join the channel and see you later.